action from the official administration. So that means you have to stop to build it. Okay, legal costs. When you build a house, it will make cause many problems for neighbors, and they have some complaints about it. Okay, and you cannot continue to build the house, for example. So about the convenience. Okay, so that is there are many reasons for a project to finish. So here I just give you some main reasons. Okay, so when we speak about characteristics of a project, I give you some characteristics. Okay, the first one is, I tell you before, the scope, the objective of a project is defined and unique. Okay, it must be unique. Temporary, I explained already. Definite, beginning and completion, I explained already. Define time and results. Okay, define time and results. Define time, that is correct because the project have a beginning and an end point of time. So it has a defined time and it will be stated in the contract. Okay, results also, limited results. You don't have many time, you don't have many money, you don't have many laborers, okay? So you have limited resource. So that we call constraints. Have you ever heard about the word constraints?
Yes.
Have you ever heard about it?
Yes.
Constraints, yeah, okay? Constraints is, in Vietnamese, how can you translate in Vietnamese? Constraints? Yes, ràng buộc, correct. Constraints, okay. The project have many constraints, and the result is one kind of constraints, okay? So we have constraints for the project. Can you explain for me the multiple talents? What is this? Do you understand about this? Multiple talents. Can you explain it?
Đa dạng, sự đa dạng.
Speak English, please. I speak English, and you also have to speak English. Multiple talents. What is this?
Multiply it means the đa dạng.
What is data? You need a noun here. What is talents? Okay, multiple is data, okay? But what is talents?
It could be capacity.
So how can you convert from tài năng đa dạng to characteristics of a project? So you just translate the words. You don't interpret it into the characteristic of a project. Multiple talents. Okay, multiple talents. That means that when you perform a project, you need many people involved, and these people come from many different kind of knowledge. For example, for a construction project, you need people from the engineering, you need architecture, yeah, you need I forget the words. Okay, so many people, what is it? Yeah, okay. Many people from many kind of knowledge. So therefore, involved in the project, you will work with many people with different talents. Okay. So therefore, it is a very important characteristic of a project because you have to manage them. Okay, you learn before, study before, we do so you one management area of project is a human resource management. Okay, human resource management and people. labor is very important management area. Okay, so it's a characteristic of a project. Okay. Okay. Here, just only show you. If we have two buildings have similar structure and material, however, they have different location, design, circumstance. So therefore, each building is unique. Unique. Here, I thus this slide is just tell you about the characteristics that the deliverable, the product of the project is unique. Yeah, even you have two buildings, which are they are the same architecture, the same overlook, the same architecture, but they are unique because they have different location. They have different maybe contractor, different owner, different design. Okay, so anyway they are unique. Okay, so this is just explain for you that okay the deliverable of the project is unique. Yeah. Okay, so when we make a quiz like this, in this example, which one is products and which one are not? Is not. Can you answer my question? Building a deck, implementing a new system, planning a wedding, planning a student graduation, research on developing a new technology. Which one are products? Which one are not? Okay, answer my question. Building a deck, is this a project?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, yes. Implementing a new system?
No.
No. Planning a wedding?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Here, planning student graduation?
No.
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 Someone say yes, someone say no, okay?
I don't say anything.
And someone keeps silent, don't say anything. Have no idea. Research on developing a new technology?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Someone can.
Is
Yes.
there is there anybody say no? Does anybody say no?
I'm not given.
I think no. Okay, no. Okay. Someone say no, and most of you say yes, but someone say no. Okay. This one, some of you say no, some of you say yes for the. Okay. Okay. The first one, building a deck. Okay, that is the project. Okay, so tell me, based on which information you decide that is a project or not?
Unique product has design.
Unique product, okay? And
Has start and duration.
oh, many people say speak, so I don't hear that. Okay, okay. So one just one person answer my question. Okay, Ling. When you say yes or no, which information you based on to decide whether that is a project or not?
Building a deck is a project because it's unique. It's a temporary. It's have a beginning and completion, and it need time resort.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. So do you say no to any? Okay. So for planning student graduation, you decide that is yes or no? Link
I think it's no.
is no. Why? Why you say no to planning a student graduation?
Mm,
Okay, planning planning a wedding and planning a student graduation, are they similar? Planning a wedding and planning a student graduation, are they similar? These two things, are they similar?
Yes.
Yes, I think.
Okay, they are similar. So why do you decide planning a wedding is a project, but planning a student graduation is not a project?
I think both of them are not a project, but I
Uh,
can.
okay, you say that most of them are not project. Why? Based on which information you decide that it's not a project? Okay, the others. Okay, the others. Someone say yes. Can you answer my questions? Why you decide planning a wedding and planning a student graduation is a project, a project?
Because it,
Nguyên này nào, Nguyên. You say yes or no?
Yeah, I say yes.
Okay, so why do you decide planning wedding and planning graduation are projects?
Because I think it create a unique result.
What is the results? What is the deliverable of these two things, these two actions? What are the deliverable?
Um,
maybe the wedding card.
A wedding? Wedding what?
the wedding dress.
Wedding card. You know, wedding invitation.
Wedding invitation?
That is a deliverable planning a wedding. I think so.
Nào cô muốn nghe từ ý kiến của Cường nào. Ok, phía Nguyên tắt cho cô cái mic đi để cho nó đỡ bị ẩm. Các bạn còn lại tắt mic đi. Cường bật mic lên nói thử thế nào. Okay.
Well, in my opinion, I think they are not a project because the planning is just an action that we think about that project. For example, if we say that we celebrate a wedding, that could be a project, but planning is just a thinking. So I think it couldn't be a project, and as well as the planning a student graduation. If that student graduation is I mean planning a student graduation is just a plan. It don't have the beginning and ending point. So I think it isn't a project.
Okay. But in my opinion, they are project. Yes, in my opinion, they are project. Why? Because planning is something, the results, the deliverable of these projects. That is a plan. You must have a plan before you start the wedding, before you start the graduation. You have to finish the plan. So the results, the deliverable of this project is a plan, is a document. So that's we call that is a result. That is not product. That is not a service. That is a result, a document. Okay. So you say that they have no end point of time, but I think that has an end point of time. You start to plan and you have to stop to plan. You must have a plan before you can start the action. Okay, before you if you haven't finished the plan, so you cannot start it. It's at least okay, the time is so short. I just plan it and I perform it parallel, for example. But in theory, you need to plan it. You need to plan. You have a plan, and people involved agree with this, and then you make the wedding, you make the graduation. Okay, so in my opinion, it have a duration. This project have duration. This project have a results, unique results. Every plan have different. That is unique. Okay, and okay, that is duration. There are duration for this project. So for me, that is yes. Yeah, that is my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so thus I think that in these five things, only implementing a new system is not a project. Why? Why implementing a new system is not a project? Why does this not a project? Why is it not a project?
Because we don't have an ending time.
Yes, correct. Implementing is a process, not a project. Okay, it has no end. You just apply it, apply until the system is not suitable, more suitable for this, or is there are some reasons for it. But in theory, you will implement, you will use this all the time. Okay, so this has no end point of time. So it is a process, not a project. Okay, so when you want to decide if it is a project or a process, yeah, you can see, yeah, you can look at here. Why do a project? It can be a project when it develop a new product or
Service.
service or results or and results, because you know that the deliverable of a project can be product, can be service or results. Okay, it's then construct a new facilities. Yeah, that is construction project. Effect change in company organization, achieve an objective. Yeah, and of course you will have a limit duration in here. Okay, okay, that is some other idea for you. Okay, also okay, I have to delete it. So now we go to the construction process. From the beginning until now, we just learn about what is the common project, and now we focus on construction project. And I give you here a definition of construction project from our construction law. Okay. There are some other definition of construction project from other authors, from other scientists. Okay. But here I just give the definition of about the from the construction law. You can find by yourself the definition of construction project from other books. Okay, other authors. Okay. So here I translate from construction law. Construction project is a set of recommendations related to the capital used for new construction, expansion or renovation of buildings for the purpose of developing, maintaining and improving the quality of construction product and services in a given period and cost. Okay, so when you read this, you will find some characteristics of the project, the same similar to the definition I've just discussed with you. For example, here you see here, in a given period. In a given period, that means you have a limited time. You have a beginning and an end. So this is given period. Cost. Here they just only mention the cost, but actually you know that not only cost, but also your resource. They will say that resource is more exactly. Resource include cost, include material, labor, everything. Okay, so okay, so here you see product, service. They are deliverable for construction projects. The deliverable construction project, normally they are a product, okay? The product. And sometimes they are service, okay? So that is the result, deliverable of the construction project. And here the law gives us some more information, like you are not only make a new construction, you also expansion, renovation the buildings, okay? Not only make a new building, but also you expansion an old one or renovation of an old one, okay? Okay. Um, so yeah, okay. So here you can see here in this definition we don't see the unique. Okay, there is no unique here. There is no resource in general, but they say the cost only. But in general, this definition is the same as the other. Okay, so but thus I want to give some difference yet between construction project and the other, another kind of project, other kinds of project. Normally, construction project require a very a large amount of budget, a large amount of money. Okay, construction project normally take part in on site, so it will be and it will require many people involved. Okay, many people involved, uh, and anything else, many kinds of resources such as materials, equipment, okay, laborers, many people, okay, and it requires a large amount of money, okay. Okay, so that is some characteristic of construction project. And also, before you start a project, the owner normally have to write down the scope of the project. Okay, the scope of the project. And but during the construction of the project, during not only construction but also the design phase, the construction phase, if the project team find out that the scope from the beginning is not more suitable, so they will change something in the scope of the project. Okay, so that is some characteristic of the construction project. Okay. Okay, that is some different. And now I will give you characteristics of a construction project. It is very, there are many characteristics you can find. If you read many books, you can find, I think, more than 20 characteristics. But here I just only give you some important things. Okay? Normally, construction projects have characteristics about common project. Okay? It is more of service than a manufacturing industry. Can someone explain for me this characteristic?
No.
More service than manufacturing. Why? Normally, when we think about the construction project, we think, yeah, I build a house, I build a building, for example. So I manufacture it. Now I'm manufacturer. Okay, but in some opinion, they say that in construction that is more service than the manufacturing process. That means that you are not only build a house, you just now actually you now provide a service. If you are a contractor, you provide a service to the owner. If you are a subcontractor, you now provide service for the contractor. Yeah, all of the party of the project of the project team, they are now provide service for someone. Yeah, so that's why they are a service. Even the owner maybe they build the house for rent, so they are now make some service for other people. Okay, so that is you can say the service. Indicator of economic. Okay, that is not the really important thing. Consumes why employment of labor. Okay, require many labor. Construction projects are large, few on site. Okay. Okay, most projects exhibit cost overruns, time extension, Conflict, yeah, that is very normal, very common in construction projects. Cost overruns, time extension, conflicts, yeah. Conflicts is, we have many conflicts during the construction process, because in the construction project involve many parties, yeah, contractors, subcontractors, owner, project manager, construction manager, many agencies, yeah, delivery agency, for example. So we have many conflicts. Yeah, that is some example, some project, big project with the cost overrun. Okay, but you do know that with some projects owned by big group, yeah, big group. Uh, if you have you any of you have ever worked on a project with big group? Not yet, okay. Normally, yeah, the contractor, when they work with big group, they are very tired, very stressed, because if you finish the project on time or ahead of the schedule, you will have a much you earn many rewards. Yeah, you earn rewards. You have money rewards. But you just, if you delay for 1 day, 2 days, you will have a punish. That is very stress for contractor. Okay, may I, because I talk to many some people, they have experience in working with big group, and they say that, yeah, the contractor is very stressed when working with big group, because police always, even in the construction site, when they want to manage the safety, they make the photos. Yeah, they make many photos to control the safety condition in the construction site, and any photos that capture the wrong action, so the contractor must pay money to the, must have a punishment. Okay. Okay, so that is very stress for the contractor. So I just say that the cost overrun or time extension, that is normal for construction project. But now for big project, yeah, for some owner, they are very stressed on it. Okay, so that is will be very difficult for contractor to perform the work. Okay, I think we make a break now. Yeah, we make a break. Uh, we make a break for 20 minutes break. Yeah. Cô cũng không thể nói lâu được, chúng ta cũng chỉ học được đến thế thôi, và chúng ta bây giờ phải nghỉ. Chúng ta đã học được bao nhiêu phút rồi nhỉ? Không để ý thời gian.
Được khoảng 40 phút rồi.
Ok. Cô cũng chỉ nói được đến như thế thôi, là cô cổ họng khô mệt lắm rồi, nói tiếng Anh nó rất là mệt. Dù sao thì tiếng Anh nó không phải là cái tiếng Anh nó không phải là ngôn ngữ của mình, nên khi mình nói tiếng Anh nó rất là mệt. Khi cô đi dạy tiếng Việt, cô chỉ nói được 3 tiết thôi, đến tiết thứ 4 là cô mệt lắm rồi, không nói được. Ok, chúng ta nghỉ một lúc. Em cũng không thể học được đúng không?
Trước bọn em học thầy Thành, thầy bảo chỉ học 2 tiết thôi.
Thế à?
Tiết thứ 3 là
thầy Thành nào?
Thầy Thành
nào?
hiệu trưởng khóa trước ấy.
Thế à, thầy cũng chỉ dạy 2 tiết thôi à?
Thực ra thì dạy các bạn 3 tiết, tôi chỉ biết các bạn học được 2 tiết thôi, đến tiết thứ 3 là người cười hết rồi.
Cô biết, bởi vì là ngay cả cô cũng thế thôi, khi đi nghe tiếng Việt. Hóa ra là các bạn lớp Saitama là đi Nhật. Cô Kiệm vừa gọi cho cô mới nhớ ra.
Bọn em cũng vừa cập nhật thông tin ạ.
Rồi. Chúng ta lại bắt đầu. Okay. So the next, okay, classification of construction projects. Okay, so this with this we have many kinds, many ways to classify the construction projects. Here I give you some types of. Sorry. Here I give you some types of projects. Okay, the first, you can see here in the first column, we can classify the construction projects based on the ownership. public projects, private projects, and public-private partnerships, PPP. Okay, so do you understand this kind of projects?
Yes.
Do you understand what is public projects?
Dự án công cộng. Công công. Dự án công.
Can you give me some example of public projects? This one, the first one.
Hà Đông Cát Linh.
Public. Madam Kaling. Public projects, what is this? Public projects is the projects where the owner is a public sector. That does mean that maybe that is the from the government or the city. Yeah, okay. So that is the owners, and the one who pay money for the projects is the public. Okay. So that can be the country, okay, the government, or that can be the city or the district, okay. The public. Private projects, that is projects come from the owner is maybe a private, maybe a company, organization, or maybe only one person. Okay, so that is private, and they pay money for it. And public-private partnerships, PPP. Can you explain for me what is PPP project? PPP, do you have any idea? Do you know BOT?
Yes.
BOT project.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, BOT. BOT, we have some time. BOT, BOT. Yeah, we have sometimes. Okay, normally. Yeah, BOO. Yeah, there are sometimes, but the most famous one is BOT. The most common one is BOT. BOT, BOOT, and BOO, that they are all kinds of this kind of projects. They are PPP. Okay, there are just some type of PPP project. BOT or BOOT or BOO. They are the kinds of PPP projects. Okay, so PPP project is the project where the public sector and the private sector, they are called participate in the project. And normally the public sector provide the land, okay, provide the land for the project, and the private sector provide money, okay. And sometimes maybe the public sector also provide some amount of money, okay. So BOT, for example, for some transportation project in Vietnam, BOT is, do you know the full names of BOT? The full name of BOT?
During
Bill operation and transport.
delivery.
Transfer.
Transfer.
Bill operate.
Operate.
Operate. Transfer. Yeah. Okay. So the public sector provide the land, provide the location. The private sector build it. Yeah, pay money. Yeah, they pay money to build it, and then they can operate it for a long time, maybe 10 years, 20 years, and then finally they have to transfer the facility back to the public sector. So that is BOT. Okay, but sometimes BOO is not transfer. For example, BOO is build, operate, own. So that means that the public, the private sector will build it and operate it and own it. Okay, but normally we have BOT. So that is based on the ownership we have this kind of projects. Okay, based on the project type, you can find it. in the decree 59 là nghị định nhá, decree là nghị định 59 nhá, nghị định 59 của chính phủ. Okay, so in Vietnam law, yeah, okay, in Vietnamese law, in the decree 59, you can find in the appendix the classification of the projects. Okay, they classify it into the 4 types of projects: important national projects, A, B, and C. These types of projects are classified based on the amount of money, yeah, based on the project type and the investment. Okay, that means the amount of money, the important degree of the project. So the most important one is the important national project. So the first one here, is the most important one. Yeah, A is the project with C. I don't remember A, but C is a project with budget is smaller than 50 million Vietnam đồng. Okay, C is the project with budget smaller than 50 billion Vietnam đồng. Okay, I remember B is from 50 billion, 15, not 50, 15 billion Vietnam đồng to I think to 40, I don't remember, 40 billion. So you can see it in the appendix of the decree. Why do they need to classify the project like this? Because the way to perform this kind of projects are different. Okay, the more important the project, the more big the project, so the more complicated the way to perform it. Okay, các thủ tục hành chính, các thủ tục. Okay, so it is more important, is more complicated and more step to create the project. So with this with the projects group C, so it is easier, yeah, simpler. Okay, simplest. Okay, so based on project sector, we can define it according to the decree 46. You can see that they can divide the projects into civil, industrial, agricultural, transportation, infrastructure projects. Okay, so you can see here, for example, civil projects. Of course, I think you know this. Yeah, you know this. Civil, industrial, agricultural. Okay, so I will not explain it because I think you know it already. Okay. And based on time, you can have long-term, medium-term, short-term, very short-term projects. Okay, long-term projects maybe that takes many years to finish the project. Yeah, medium-term projects maybe some years. Yeah, short-term maybe 1 year projects, and very short-term maybe some months project. Okay, it depends. It's not so really important. But when you work in Vietnam, when you perform job in Vietnam, you should remember the classification according to the degree. Yeah, because when you work, you need to follow the instruction in the degree, instruction how to build, how to perform your project, depending on which type of your project, A, B, or C, or important national project. So the way to perform it is different. Okay. So so this is a classification of projects. Now I want to introduce you a little bit about the project life cycle. I will delete it. Okay.
ai ai trước là bảo của mình 7 8 hoặc 90. Ông dạy mấy năm? 90. 90 á? 90 nó đúng phó.
Okay.
Đâu thầy phá có phải không?
Project life cycle.
887.
Okay, you can see here in this figure. The figure here I think is from the PM book, 6th version. Okay, project life cycle. Did you learn it with Mr. Hoa?
Yes, we already learned. We all have learned it.
Okay, so do you remember it?
Yes.
Okay, so you remember. Okay, okay. So I will not.
Germany class is not learned with Miss Hoa.
Okay, okay. So okay, okay. NTU class is with Mr. Hoa, but Germany class, yes, Germany. Okay. So you can read about this in the PM book, but I just summarize some main information about it. Project life cycles. What is project life cycle? Project life cycles will show us the phase the project will go through from the beginning to the end of the project. So that is a phase. Okay, project phase. Okay, so project life cycle. Wait a minute. Yeah, that is a series of phase. Okay, series of the phase the project goes through from the beginning to the end of the project. And what is the project phase? Project phase. Project phase we have many activities in a phase. That is logical activities in a phase. Okay. So when you finish one phase, maybe you will finish some part of the project, some deliverable of the project. Okay, for example, you see here project life cycle here. They divide the project into 4 phases like this. Starting the project, organizing and preparing, carrying out the work, and ending the project. Remember that this figure is just for the common project. It's not specially for the construction project. Remember that. PM book is just about, that is a general knowledge about project management, not concentrated on the construction project. Okay? So remember that. So therefore, you see here the phase here is just for the project in general. You can have starting, organizing and preparing, and then you carry out the work, and then you ending the project. So that is, you can have 4 main phase here. And at the end, separate between the phase, you will see here a project gate. The gate here, the project gate is like a point of time where the project teams will summarize that, yes, we decide if the project is they will go to the next phase or they end the project here. That means they will summarize the results of the previous phase, and then they will decide if the project can be continued or not, if they will go to the next phase or not. Okay? And for each phase of the project, you can see here that is process management groups. Process management groups is not the phase of the project, it's not. Every phase here can contain maximum 5 management process. That is initiating, planning, executing, monitoring, controlling, and closing. So, and these process management groups will belong to 10 knowledge areas. Do you remember 10 knowledge areas? Yeah. We manage the project scope, okay? Project time, project cost, project human, yeah, project communication. I don't really remember all of them. Project risk, project quality, okay? 7. Anything else? Project stakeholders. Yeah, stakeholders. 8.
Resources.
Procurement. Okay, resource. Okay. Yeah. So we have 10 knowledge areas, and each areas can be when they manage each area, maybe they will apply 1 or 2 or 3 or some parts or all parts of these management process groups. Okay, do you remember that? Yeah, maybe for example for I don't remember exactly. For the cost management, for example, you don't have initiating. You have only planning, executing, and monitoring and controlling, for example. So that means maximum you have 5 management process. But for each knowledge area, you can experience thus only some process groups only. Okay? And these process group management groups will belong to the phase. Okay? For the phase, because 10 knowledge areas, you can manage them based on the phase. For example, at the starting the project, maybe you still not think about the quality. You don't still not think about the risk. Only as the organizing and plan preparing, you will think about the risk, the quality, yeah. At the starting the project, you will think about the cost, okay? You think about the idea, okay? So therefore, this is a short summaries of what is process life cycle, what is the process management, and what is the knowledge areas. So you will see here. I will explain a little bit about each process. You learned, and you learned it before with Mr. Hoa. But here I want to explain a little bit for the other class. Initiating process. What will you do in when you perform the initiating? What will you do when you perform the planning or executing or monitoring and control and closing? So you need to understand it. So you will understand that when you want to control the cost or when you want to control the quality, manage cost, and manage risks, for example. So which process you need? Okay? Initiating, perform to define a new project or a new phase of an existing project by obtaining authorization to start the project or phase. So initiating, you perform it when you start a new project or at the point in time when you start a new phase. Yeah, start a new phase. And normally you perform some activity in order to obtain the authorization to start the next phase of the project. Okay, initiating. Uh, okay, so for example, for construction projects, it will have a construction phase. Okay, construction phase. Before you perform the construction, of course, before construction, maybe you have a tendering phase, for example. You make the tender, and now you choose a contractor already. And now, before you make the construction, you need a initiating process. Yeah, you prepare something for it, for the construction process. Yeah, you prepare some maybe some paper to get the authorization to build the house, for example, or to do something. So that is initiating. And what is the planning? Planning required to establish the scope of the project, or refine the objectives, or define the cost of action required to attain the objectives. Yeah. So the planning is, yeah, you make a plan. Simply, you make a plan. You need now, before project, you need now to state the scope of the project, the objectives. Okay? You need to define all the action you need to perform in order to get the objectives. That is a plan. Okay? That is a plan. For example, when you want to make the cost management, you want to make a planning how you can manage the cost. Who involved in it? Which tools or which tools or which methods you use to control the cost? Yeah. Who will be responsible for control costs, for example? So you make a plan. So therefore, planning process you can meet it in many knowledge management knowledge area. Okay, you have to have a plan. Executing process, that means you now you execute it to perform to complete the work. Okay, and you need to perform the work in order to achieve the objectives defined in the planning process. Okay, so it's getting this. Monitoring and control. Monitoring and control does mean you review the task, the work. You check the work. Yeah. You find the problems. Yeah. And you do something to control the problem. Yeah. So that is the monitoring and control. And of course, in many knowledge area, management knowledge area, you will have to perform the monitoring and control. The cost, you have to control it, monitor it. The quality, the risk, okay? The time, the schedule, you need to control schedule and monitor the schedule, yeah? And closing, perform some complete, formally complete or close the project, the phase or contract. So this is five management process groups you perform in order to manage some areas of the project. Okay, I require you to read it more in the PM book in order to more understand about it. Okay, if you don't have the book, just tell me. I will send you the file. I don't have the book in print book, but I have the file. Okay, so you can read it more. So now I more concentrate on the construction project, life cycle of a construction project. Previously, I just explained it in the life cycle of a common project. And now I want to introduce you a life cycle of a construction project. And please remember that every author, every book, they can give a different life cycle definition. Okay, you can read many kinds of definition of life cycle, but here I give you one example of from the Bandit, the book of Bandit. Here you see here, Bandit 2003. I just take this definition from this book. Okay, but you can find other types of definition in other book. Okay, and this definition is defined based on the delivery system design with you. Do you understand what is the delivery system?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Delivery system.
Yeah.
Can you give me the definition of delivery system? Can you explain it? Can you explain it? What is the delivery system?
Biết mà.
What is delivery system? In Vietnamese, what it is? Can you explain it into Vietnamese? Delivery system?
Phân phối.
No. Project Delivery System, các em hiểu rằng nó là hình thức quản lý dự án. Delivery ở đây các em hiểu rằng là ngay cả trong cái quá trình là đấu thầu hay quá trình thực hiện dự án, người ta đôi khi quá trình thi công xây dựng, quá trình về sau đôi khi người ta hay gọi là cái procurement đấy, là quá trình mua bán. Thật ra quá trình xây dựng là một quá trình mua bán, là cái quá trình mà em thực hiện cái dự án và sau đó là em delivery và em đưa lại cho nhà chủ đầu tư. Thế thì nó mới gọi là delivery system. Tức là em hiểu nôm na nó là cái hình thức thực hiện cái dự án này nó như thế nào. Yeah. Project delivery system, mình sẽ học cái này ở cái chương sau về các cái loại delivery system. Okay, we will study about the project delivery system later on other chapters. Okay, but here I just want to tell you that there are some common kinds of delivery system, and the traditional one is a design bid build. Design bid build, thiết kế đấu thầu thi công, that is a traditional one. Okay, so can you give me some other types of delivery system? You know?
Design and build.
Yes, design build, correct. Design build. Anything else? Turnkey, for example. Turnkey, design build, project manager, construction manager, construction management, or cái cũng lại một Việt Nam mình hay nói là cái
EPC.
EPA cái gì nhỉ? Tự nhiên cô quên mất cái đấy.
EPC.
EPC đúng không? Ok, EPC chính xác. Đúng rồi. Bây giờ Việt Nam mình thì nó có làm cả cái EPC. EPC đó là cái gì nhỉ? Tự nhiên
Nó giống turnkey nhưng mà không có lập dự án đấy.
Nó gần tương tự turnkey đúng không? Đúng rồi. Đúng rồi. Đó. Thế thì tất cả những cái đấy thì nó gọi là một cái hình thức thực hiện dự án project delivery system. Đấy, nghe thì nó thế thôi nhưng thực ra các em đã biết rồi, nhưng các em không biết tiếng Anh là cái gì thôi. Đấy ạ. Project delivery system là hình thức thực hiện dự án thì nó có các loại đấy. Thế thì cái design build là cái traditional one. So the definition of project phase I show you here, that is for the design build. Okay. So depend on the type of delivery system. So they can divide the project into different phases. But here, if we look at the design build, very famous, very common one, very traditional one. So you can see here, we have here the pre-project phase. Yeah, planning and design phase, contractor selection phase, that means tendering. And here they give here a small phase, that is contractor mobilization phase. And then project operation phase and close out and termination phase. Okay, so here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This author, he divide the project, construction project into 6 phases according to the design build delivery system. Okay. In this course, I will teach you the chapter following this phase. The chapter will following. We have the planning and design phase. We have bidding, tendering. We have in this phase we have some management of some areas. Okay, so I follow this. Okay, so do you know what is the contractor mobilization phase? What do you think what to do in this phase? After we finish bidding, but before we start the operation on site, we have a mobilization phase. What do you think? What is this?
In my opinion, all the subcontractors will be prepare something for the building process.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. The contractor need to prepare something, and also the owner. Also, after you finish the bidding process, maybe you need to prepare some, maybe some document, or you prepare some, something to start. So everything will be prepared in this phase. Yeah. Okay. So, or for example, maybe you have to prepare the construction site. If you build the storage, you build the temporary house, you build the electrical or water system for the site. Okay, so maybe they will start at this phase, maybe. Yeah. Okay, so this phase, this author, he will provide this phase in his definition, but in the other definition, maybe you will not see this phase. Okay. Pre-project phase where you, the owner now need to prepare some plan to think about if the study about the feasibility of the project and get approvement. Okay. Tức là trong các cái dự án của Việt Nam mình thì nó hay có các cái báo cáo nghiên cứu khả thi hay tiền khả thi ạ. Okay. So this phase will get the approvement in order to start the project. Okay, feasibility study, something like this. Okay, you have to you have to prove that your idea is feasible. You have money for it. You can do it. For example, planning and design phase. Planning and design phase is where you plan, you make the design. Okay, you make architectural design, all the design, own type of designs, and you plan the work. Okay, you set the project scope. You hire the design professionals. You perform the design. Okay, everything you make the planning design here, and then you choose the contractor to perform the work, the bidding process, and then you prepare for the construction process, and now here you perform the construction work aside, okay, and here you close the work, close out the project, yeah. Okay, so that is one definition of project life cycle for construction project. Okay, yes, I have some dispute. Okay, I explained it before already. So now you can, okay, the mobilization you see here. Prepare for the installation, work aside, insurance, detailed program for tasks, cost estimate, cost tracking system, work site organization, arrangement for material labor. Yeah, here are some works they can do in the mobilization phase. Yeah. Yeah. The bidding here, you are clear. I think you know about it already. Here, yeah. Feasibility here, okay. Feasibility, you can put it here or you can put it in pre-project. Pre-project decide the project delivery system, decide the type contract. Okay. The owner very early in the owner need to decide which delivery system he intend to use for his project. Okay, he can decide here. Okay, and feasibility study you can work here, but in my opinion the feasibility study should put here, yeah, before you can planning and design phase. Okay, this one is a definition of Bennett, but in Vietnam normally in pre-project phase you have to do the feasibility study in the pre-project phase. Okay, so you will read it later. Okay, we will learn study this one before we stop. Look at this. This figure you can see also in PM book. Yeah, in PM book. Here just shows about the level of influence on project cost and time. Yeah, you see here, from the beginning of the project, every decision you make will have a high influence on the cost and time, and following the time, your decision is not more important, don't have much influence on project and time. You see here, yeah. So that means that in the initial phase of the project, like engineering in design, during the design phase, all your decision, all your plan you make, all your decision will have a much influence on your project. Okay, so please carefully make decision in this. And because in the following phase, like construction phase, utilization phase, for example, here you just follow the plan you make before. Of course, you can change something. You need to change something. You have to control the process. So you have to change something, but the training is not so much. Normally, you follow the plan you make before. So this phase will have a much influence on the cost and time. Expenditure. What is expenditures? Expenditure is something like the money you pay for the project. From the beginning, you pay little, and at the end of the project, you pay much more. Okay, you pay much more. And here is the cumulative cost of project is at the end. Is the cost of whole the project. Okay, this is the project time. Yeah, here the totally project time, and here the level of influence, and here the cumulative cost of project. Okay, so thus from this figure, I just tell you that try to you must know that the initial phase is a very important phase where you have to make many decisions on your project. Okay. Yeah, just one example. Berlin Brandenburg Airport. Okay. Đây là cái sân bay ở Berlin. Yeah, Brandenburg ở Berlin. Okay, so in 2006 it paid 2 billion euro, and to 2015 it paid 6 billion euro, and the maintenance is 16 million euro per month. Okay, so that means that from the beginning you have to pay little money, and at the end you have to pay much money for this, for a project. Okay, I think today we will stop here. Next time we will start at the project team.
Yeah.
Okay, today we will stop here. I think it's enough.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So next time I think cô nghĩ rằng lần sau các em cố gắng in cái slide ra, quá trình cô nói thì các em take note lại nhá. Và các cái phần mà ở cái chương này thì các em có thể đọc rất nhiều trong PM book các thứ, các sách có nhiều lắm nhá. Thì hôm nay chúng ta ghi ở đây, thì thứ 3 tuần sau chúng ta mới gặp lại nhỉ. Buổi thứ 4 thì còn chưa học đâu đúng không? Buổi thứ 4 thì còn lâu.
Vâng.
Còn đến buổi thứ 3 thì sau chúng ta sẽ tiếp. Cái chương này chúng ta sẽ học cho khoảng 2 buổi. Được. Ok, cảm ơn các em. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Anh giới thiệu